Thanks for tuning in to another pre-market session. Let's look at what's currently moving the market and news overnight. And first of all, please make sure to hit the subscribe button and also this notification button so you don't miss out on my frequent videos that I'm posting. Later on today, I will actually speak to a fund manager, and well, that's all I'm gonna tell you, but make sure to don't miss out on this content. Now let's look at some of the pre-market stats here. So NIO is up 1.4%, Tesla is mostly flat, Xpeng up, and then Xunlei, I cannot really explain that one. Why is it up almost 7% pre-market? Well, the pre-market volume is always very small and the bid-ask spread is also pretty wide, so I wouldn't interpret too much into that move yet. We'll see. Other than that, you'll see that Hong Kong stock's been pretty red overnight. Meitu been beaten down quite a bit. I haven't watched into the specifics of that. And other than that, like the bigger technology stocks in the US seem to be doing quite fine, while Baidu is selling off a little bit about this delisting news that we are currently having, and that I'm going to talk about in a second, as well as FUTU and TIGR being down, particularly possibly connected to that news that I posted yesterday about reforms in the financial sector in China. Now let's also take a look at some macros. Crypto is kind of flat today. Oil is selling off, maybe also influenced by the COVID lockdowns in China. The 10-year is also coming down. So both of these moves are actually good for technology stocks. And also VIX, so the volatility index is quite low right now, but up a little bit, maybe on fears that the Russia tensions could actually pick up again. And well, the question is like, kind of, can this rally still be sustained? If we're looking at the ARK funds, they're kind of peaking a little bit, and we'll have to see whether or not the market can, in the short term, be more bullish again. And I'm watching these ETFs here closely in order to finally make a judgment if this bull rally right now is just another bear market rally in a way, or can be sustained even longer. In other news, we have COVID numbers going exponential in Shanghai. So this is not the hockey stick of your startup that you invested in, but instead, unfortunately, COVID numbers in Shanghai. So the situation is seemingly getting out of control a little bit. So that might be an issue for Chinese stocks in particular. Plus today we have Chinese PMI numbers coming in, and they are a bit weak. And so in general, with this COVID situation and seemingly the economy not doing that well in China right now, it may actually call for more government support and stimulus in the next coming days. Overnight, we had a bit more ping pong between the US and China when it comes to the delisting topic. So the SEC, in person of Gensler, came out and basically said like, well, we're going to push hard and don't make any exceptions to Chinese companies. They will be added to those lists, and whether or not Chinese companies will be delisted is entirely up to whether the Chinese regulators comply or not. The Chinese regulators were basically putting out another notice today and said like, oh, we've taken notice of what's going on, and basically we are in talks, and we are going to reach a deal with the US counterside. And what's currently happening with all these companies are being put on the list is kind of basically enforcing the Holding Foreign Companies Accountable Act. And so this is kind of a business as usual, as I have already explained in my 2 videos yesterday. This also led to the fact that Baidu provided an update to what's happened yesterday, that they have been put on the list. And well, this is kind of pretty emotionless statement, and saying like, well, we recognize we're not in compliance, but we are working on finding solutions. But anyways, it seems like these companies can basically do not much on their own. They are caught in the situation between US and China, and so we'll see what will happen, and we'll see more of such statements by Baidu and every other Chinese company that will, after another, get added to that list. Some companies are also responding in their own way by announcing share buybacks. So this is what Weibo has done, up more than 6% in pre-market today. And the same for Vipshop, an e-commerce platform in China, also buying back a massive amount of shares, up more than 6%. Who can blame them? Their companies are very cheaply valued. And so they're doing what they can do. They're using some of the cash to buy back shares. And that way, shareholders, as well as the company itself, will benefit in the future in case that the companies recover and having more of the profits of the future to reap in case they stay listed or listed elsewhere and being traded successfully elsewhere at some point in the future. And maybe as I'm talking about this might also be a reason why Xunlei is up on pre-market here as well. Another company that would come to my mind would be ZEPP Health, which has also big cash reserves and very low market cap. So for these companies, it would make sense to buy back shares, but we'll see if we get any official announcements for that in the coming days. So that's it. Tune in later for my other videos. Thank you guys for watching and see you in the next one.